Armco and concrete barrier and wire rope safety barrier is in use all across Victoria and around Australia. And it's used for different purposes. Concrete barrier is really good where we don't want the car to cross the median or go off the edge of the road under any circumstances. And we often use concrete barriers up against railway lines or on bridges where it's critical that we don't go past the barrier. The Armco or guardrail barrier has been used very widely across Australia because it's relatively inexpensive and it does a good job of containing cars onto the roadway. However, the big disadvantage with guardrail and also with concrete barrier is that it doesn't absorb the energy of the collision, and often what happens is vehicles are bounced back into the roadway. When you're driving along at high speed and you run off the road, the energy that's contained in the vehicle by moving at that speed has to be dissipated to bring the car to rest. And the real benefit of flexible safety barrier is that rather than forcing the energy to be absorbed by the vehicle itself, the barrier absorbs a lot of the energy. And that's by the wires flexing and allowing the car to move outwards a little bit, but it's also by destroying the posts. And that's why you notice if you ever observe wire rope barrier that's been damaged by a crash, you see a lot of posts have been knocked down. And that's because they're absorbing the energy rather than transferring that energy to the car and therefore its occupants. Head acceleration is a very important factor. What this means is as your body slows down in the car, hopefully belted to the seat during the crash, your head has to slow down as well. And what happens then is your brain moves inside your head and you get head injuries from head accelerations that are excessive. So basically it reflects the forces that are experienced by the brain inside the head. For wire rope barrier, head accelerations are about half what they are if a car hits a guardrail or Armco barrier. And for Armco barrier compared with concrete barrier, that's about half again. So we're looking at a difference of 4 times the head accelerations of concrete barrier compared with flexible wire rope barrier.